Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the subject of statistics for the class 12th English medium, the part 2, chapter 5, differentiation, presented to you by Vitan sir. Today, we are going to learn another topic just like the last time. What we are going to study today is the increasing function and the decreasing function. Of course, any function at any given value either increases or decreases or does not do anything and stays put. Let's see how that happens. We will start with the increasing function. Okay, I will explain you with a graph here. I am taking three values. First one is the a. Now x is equal to a is what we have always been studying in this chapter. Then when I add a small value, it becomes a plus h, and if I deduct a small value, it becomes a minus h. Now let's assume that this is the line which shows the actual value of a. Now when I add h, it becomes higher, and when I deduct h, it becomes lower. So when I connect all these lines, I get a line like this, which I call it the function line or the y line, or I can just call it y. So looking at this graph, it seems that when I make a plus h, a is smaller than a plus h and a is greater than a minus h. If you look at the function line here, you can see that this line is going from left bottom to right top. That is basically this line is increasing. Yes, naturally when we see at this line, we can say that this line is increasing. So when the function is in this form, we can call it an increasing function. But to avoid all of these confusing things, just to simply calculate an increasing function, we need to check whether f dash x is greater than 0 or not. If f dash x, that is the derivative of your function, is greater than 0, then the function is increasing. Simple. Okay, so this was just an explanation, but actually to find it out, you need to find the derivative and then compare whether it is more than 0 or not. If your derivative of the function is more than 0, your function is increasing. Similarly, decreasing function, I will explain using the same thing here. A plus h, a minus h. This shows the line of a. Now what happens that when a minus h value and a plus h values are reversed, that is the value of a plus h is less than a and value of a is less than a minus h. Okay, that the function value of a plus h is less than the function value of a, and function value of a is less than the function value of a minus h, then you get a line like this. And when you look at this line, that is the function line or the y line, you can see that it is gradually decreasing. It has a slope towards the right hand side bottom. So it is a decreasing function. But once again, if the derivative of the function is less than 0, we can say that the function is decreasing. The utility, how can we what is the use of this particular function? We can say that this function is useful in profits, in revenues, in expenses, that at a certain production, at a certain level of production, I want to see whether my cost is going to increase or my cost is going to decrease in the future. Okay, so I have a cost function, and at a certain level of production I want to see whether if I increase my production, whether my cost will increase or my cost will decrease. If my cost is going to increase, I will not increase my production. Similarly, if there is a revenue function, the income function, and I want to see at that certain level of sales whether my revenue will increase or my revenue will decrease. So at that time, this increasing and decreasing functions concept is very useful. But let's check it out using a practical illustration here. Function is given x square minus 4x, and three different values of x are provided, and we have to check whether the function is increasing or decreasing at these levels. First of all, I am going to write down the function as it is, and then I am going to find the differentiation. Now this is a level of differentiation which is very easy. For example, first value is the x square, the differentiation of x square is 2x and next is 4x. So differentiation of x is 1. So 4 will remain as it is. So x square minus 4x, its derivative is 2x minus 4. Now this is the 7th video of this particular chapter. So this much is very easy. I don't need to explain it using whole formula and all that. I will start at x is equal to -1. So what I am going to do, I am going to put -1 into the equation of derivative which I have just calculated. So 2 into -1 minus 4 will be -2 minus 4 is equal to -6, which is less than 0. So at x is equal to -1, the function is decreasing. Okay, so this is how we calculate it. Next is at x is equal to 0, which is given in the question. So I will replace x with 0 in my derivative equation. So it will be -4, which is again less than 0. So at x is equal to 0, the function is decreasing. Next is x is equal to 3. I will replace my equation with 3 and thus I will get 3 2s are 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, which is greater than 0. That means at x is equal to 3, the function is increasing. So are you getting my point here, that when x is -1, the function is decreasing, when x is 0, the function is decreasing, but at x is equal to 3, the function is increasing. We will take one more example, one more illustration to understand it still better. Y is x cube minus 3x square plus 7, and we have to check whether it is increasing or decreasing at x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 3. So I will write down y is as good as fx, so I am well comfortable with fx, so I will use that, x cube minus 3x square plus 7. Now x cube, we know that it will be 3x square. Now x square is 2x and into 3 is 6x, while 7 becomes 0. So my derivative will be 3x square minus 6x. Nothing difficult there. Now at x is equal to 1, I will replace all the values with 1. So 3 into 1 square minus 6 into 1. 1 square is just 1. So it is just 3 minus 6. That is -3. So at x is equal to 1, the function is decreasing. Similarly, at x is equal to 3, I will replace x with 3 here. So 3 square is 9. 3s are 27 minus 6 3s are 18. That is 27 minus 18, 9, which is more than 0. So at x is equal to 3, the function is increasing. So this increasing decreasing function and the second order derivative which we studied in the last tutorial, both of them will be useful in the next concept which I will be teaching you in the next tutorial. That is, in the next tutorial we will be discussing about maximum and minimum values of function. It is one of the most important concepts. These concept will be asked in sums weighing 4 marks. So they are also one of the longest sums which we will be discussing in this chapter. So stay tuned till the next time.